Okay, this is an update from a video I posted like a couple years, 2 or 3 years, somewhere, whenever I got my DV, digital video, standard def camera, which broke on me. Well, actually, something got inside the thing and it was dirty, contaminated. That's the video the camcorder said. You know, when I kind of tried to clean it, and then it just like, crap, man, this thing's broken now. But anyways, because a lady that does interstitial cystitis videos contacted me through the comments, but I never really responded because I felt I wanted to do another video. Yeah. Back in the fall, I had a new urologist because I hadn't been to one but a year before that, and a little frustrating, you know, and the one I had that I really liked so many years ago never worked there again. This video is about interstitial cystitis, but also about the, what the hell, now I'm blanking out for some reason, maybe it's because I'm recording, the Bladder Syndrome thing. Okay, you know, late 2001 or whatever it was when I started getting symptoms of a bladder problem. Basically, I've been told for a period of time, a long period of time, you have this disease. Now I have a urologist tell me, no, you do not have interstitial cystitis. You know, and I did like that little journal thing where how many times you pee and how much you peed and the measurement and what time it was you peed and if you have any pain. And don't have pain. You know, it gets a little comfortable, especially if I drink some alcohol in a car. Not that I ever drove and drunk. Hell, I hardly even drive now. The problem is, this guy's telling me something that, hey, they're wrong. And it's like, the first thing that came to mind when he said about interstitial cystitis or painful bladder syndrome is like, no, you don't have it. You know, your bladder, it's much like a woman's bladder. And you know, man, it's like, chips away of your madness, right? The ego, or whatever you call it, right? Pride or whatever. But, you know, when you explain it in a way, it maybe makes sense. I'm still on the fence, but leading towards overactive bladder syndrome. And it's like, how, and he's like, well, they looked inside of me several times, and he's like, what about these ulcers? And he's like, but we blow up the bladder, and a lot of patients, we see that, and they don't have interstitial cystitis. So it's like, what am I supposed to do, right? You know, and when he said I didn't have it, it wasn't, oh, I'm relieved. It was bullshit. I was thinking in my mind, bullshit. I don't believe you. And, you know, months have gone by. This is sometime in the fall. I even got the, what do you call it, DSMO, the wood pulp thing again, to go inside of my bladder and spray it with that, because that actually does help sometimes. And that's for interstitial cystitis. At the same time, I don't know. You know, and I was having problems in the late fall. You know, it was a little more intense for some reason. I don't know why. And there's something that I do that I shouldn't do, regardless of the overactive bladder syndrome diagnosis or the painful bladder syndrome interstitial cystitis. And there's a reason why I switched it to painful bladder syndrome, because the interstitial cystitis always centers around pain. And he's like, you lack one thing that requires you to have interstitial cystitis, and that is pain. You know, pain. I don't got no pain. So, what the hell? What is this medicine called again? The scientific name, I don't know if this is the brand name. Ditropan. I was pronouncing it slightly different. A little bit. But, I've been taking that now for since mid-May. didn't really see too much improvement the first week, and as gradually as I took it, I started seeing improvements. I was being a little more, and one of the most frustrating things, there were two frustrating things, and I won't get into I'll just get into one of them. Shit, I'm also blinking out. Maybe it's because I haven't done this in a while. This is HD or quasi-HD, the camera. One of the frustrating things was, give me a minute here, I don't know what the hell's wrong with me. It's just weird to be dinosaur one thing and then be dinosaur another. Could he be wrong? Maybe he could be wrong. I would have loved to hear that back in 2003 when I was almost in denial. And it's like, what am I going to do? But take this medicine, because it's helping. And there's one of the side effects which I'm starting to experience the last week and a half is dry mouth. That's the only thing. I constantly have a little water here and there, and, hey, whatever, I'm good. To me, I'd rather have a dry mouth, a little bit dry mouth, like I even kind of got it now, and pee a lot less. Oh, yeah, now it's coming back to me. When I was in my early 20s, or late teens, early 20s, back in 2001, to summer 2000 or 2001, now it's like, weak stream. I don't know this shit. What the fuck is weak stream? I don't know what the hell. That's kind of what I have suffered through on and off during large week to month periods, and then it's okay. And I still don't pee as much normally than I should. And little comes frequency. And a lot of frequent, hell. The urgency is better. I can hold it in a lot better. I could probably go to the movie theaters, which I will later, once I go back to California to visit my aunt. And it's like, wow, before, and I'll update on the theater thing, because if I have a Coke, and if I have some soda, and it's like I'm drinking it, and it's a medium or a large or whatever, an hour into the movie, I gotta go, and that really sucks, because I missed the 5 minutes or whatever of the movie. And when it's going to be interesting when I go to the movies in California to see how much, and I can hold it, I can feel myself, okay, I want to pee, but you know what, I'm going to hold it in just a couple more minutes, get my bladder in strength, and it's like, this is improving, and it's a better improvement. And one of the weirdest things was Prozac for antidepressants and Paxil, because, I had a mental breakdown in 2004, and, I'm in the hospital, and they're giving me Paxil for antidepressant, and boom, my symptoms went away, and I don't know if it was Paxil or what, I have no clue. It's just, hey, this is making me better. It's just like almost taking Prozac, and there's a less frequent, I haven't really counted, but I know what it feels like to have improvement. So is he right? Is he, hey, he's kind of a weird doctor in a way. I mean, weird in the sense that he's very direct, tells it like it is, sort of, even though I probably don't agree with him politically. So it's like, okay. It's my reaction. My reaction is bullshit. You're wrong. And then I started thinking, well, no pain. And of course he explained interstitial more, in detail about the lining and about, the nerves, hitting the nerves, it's acidic, and, you're basically hurting a nerve inside the bladder, and I don't have pain. So what do you think? The woman that responded, I'll send this as an update, because you asked for an update, and, this was months ago. I knew I was going to buy a video camera 2 months ago or whatever, and he responded a long time ago, and it's just one of my accounts. No, I don't know. I had one account I couldn't get into, I remember that. And it's, wow. Here I'm taking an Bladder Syndrome or whatever it's called, active visible, blah, blah, and it's like, wow, I'm having an improvement. And it's like, wow. It's like, where were you in 2003? When that period, the 3 to 6 year period, where I was like, sort of in denial, and sort of accepting. And then 2006 rolled around, I accepted it, fully accepted it. And here another doctor is saying, I don't have it. What do you think? Whoever wants to comment, go ahead. You know, I just feel sorry for the people who have bladder problems because I can relate. And it doesn't matter if I have interstitial cystitis or overactive bladder syndrome or whatever it's called. I think it's called overactive bladder, blah, 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 blah. I know the feeling, you know. Oh, yeah, here I'm rambling on. I'm doing something really, really bad and need to quit, and that is smoking. And I know if I quit smoking within that month period, my bladder would probably feel a lot better. I smoked from 2008 to 2011, and I really didn't have the bladder problems as much. And it just hit me, and all this stuff roughly around 2012, like 2013. And, you know, and Christmas rolled around. I was supposed to have an appointment, never showed up. And I was like, look, give me something to see if it helps. You know, I saw a little improvement with you doing the scopy thing. What is it called when they look up your bladder with and that, you know, I'm rambling on. There's too much video. I wanted to keep this 5 minutes long. Obviously, it's way over 5 minutes. But, hey, do what you think. You know? But, I eventually want to become the spokesman for both of these diseases. And that's a hint to what the summer can bring. Alright, thank you.